guys, it's Bree with Arco Ranch, and today I am out in my vegetable garden. I'm going to show y'all what is still growing in my garden in December in Texas in zone 8A. Now, I definitely think that my garden could have been a lot more successful if I had had consistent watering. We started putting our drip irrigation system in, but we didn't actually finish it. So that is definitely on the list of things to do before I plant my next garden for the summer garden. So you'll see some of that set up, but it's not actually watering my plants right now. So I really think if we had been out here watering consistently like we were in the summer garden, I think some of these things would have done a lot better. And there were definitely some unexpected pests that I had in the garden this time around that I wasn't expecting as well. So you live and you learn. So next year when I do my fall garden, I will definitely be more prepared. But let me go ahead and start my December garden tour. We're going to start with the Bonnie hybrid cabbages over here. So these are actually doing pretty good. There is some pest damage. I'll show you here in just a second. But I have 6 of them. And I have those 3 over there. There's something interesting about the one in the middle. I'll show you that one here in a second. But first thing I noticed, and this is new, I think those are aphids. I'm not 100% positive. I actually just noticed those when I came out here today. There's also, I don't know if you can see that bug down in there. I'm not sure what that is. But this one is getting some damage on it. This one, the head's getting pretty nice and firm, so that one's good. And then that one right there is okay. This one, you can see some of the damage here on the leaves, but that one's getting a pretty good head down in there. This one is super funky. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's growing 5 heads in there. So I'm not sure what that's all about, but that's definitely odd. And this one over here is doing okay. These back here are my Brussels sprouts, and I honestly think these would have done a lot better if I had watered them consistently. Something over here that you'll notice, all the peppers are gone. In a recent video, I showed you that the frost killed my pepper plants, unfortunately, so it is really weird seeing that bed completely empty. I think I planted those pepper plants in April. So since April of this year, I've had something in there, and now to see the bed completely empty, it's pretty weird. Now the one next to it, you're gonna see definite damage from these cabbage worms. My Ruby Perfection cabbage, as you can see, so much damage on all these leaves. I tried to put some of the diatomaceous earth on there, and it did help a little bit, but we had a bunch of rain, and so I wasn't able to keep up with that. So they're still putting on a good solid head down there, but you can just see they don't look very pretty. Same thing with this one over here as well. They have just eaten these leaves so bad. And this was, I forgot what this one was. This was a golden cross cabbage. This thing is just so bad, and there's ants all down there. I think I'm just gonna pull this guy out. Yeah, that's what that one looks like right now. Yeah, I went ahead and just pulled that out. That does not look good at all. Just set that there for now. Over here, I have my Brussels sprouts. The other 3 I showed you were really small. These ones are definitely a little bit bigger, but if you look, they're starting to turn brown on the edges and getting some damage on them, and some of the leaves are turning yellow. So I don't know exactly what is going on with those, but they're not looking the best, unfortunately. Strawberries are still doing okay down there in the middle. The runners are rooting themselves in. This is where the beets were. Took those out in one of the last videos that I posted. This next bed is really embarrassing looking, to be honest with you. I did some research last night, and I believe they might have blight. I'm not 100% positive, so if you have a little bit more experience growing broccoli, if you could please let me know what you think is wrong with these down in the comments, that would be much appreciated. But I do have some broccoli growing on them, but just wait till you see these leaves. This is what my broccoli looks like. So this is the one that I actually had a huge head of broccoli. I'll put a picture up on the screen. Well, I say huge. It's small compared to someone like Whispering Willows. If you saw hers recently, mine was a baby one compared to that one. But look at the leaves. I do not know what, now the white part that you see is diatomaceous earth, but look at that. So I have no idea what is going on, but if you look, there's a baby broccoli head there. That one is turning brown, so I did read something about head rot, so I don't know if that's an issue. But then this next plant over here is just suffering from severe cabbage worm damage. But look at the broccoli growing on that one. And this one over here, leaves turning a really funky color. So I'm not too sure about all this. And then my cauliflower, yeah, it has a little head down there, but look at the leaves. So please, if you know what's going on with my broccoli and my cauliflower, please let me know. But I'm thinking I think for sure this one right here, because it has the most damage, I think I am gonna go ahead and pull this one out. Unfortunately, the ants have been building a nest in here as well. So I don't know if you can see those or not, but that's not helping my situation. I'll lay this over here with this other one. I'm gonna get these out of the garden as soon as I'm done filming this. So, over here behind the cauliflower, these are I believe the rainbow carrots were on this side right here. So you can see that the atomic purple carrots were over there, and there's like, I think, one little guy right there, and that's about it. So I do want to pull one of these carrots out. This is probably my most promising one right here. So I want to pull this out and see how it's looking. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I am actually pretty impressed. I was not expecting to have this big of a carrot. I'm pretty happy. And it's a yellow one, so it's not one of the pink ones or purple ones, but it's still a very interesting color one. So I am really, really, really happy to see this. There are a few other ones down here as well, but I think I am going to leave those in and see if they get a little bit bigger. But look at this. Look how exciting this is. I'm just gonna lay it down for now. So over here behind this one is where I had a few things. Let me turn you around. I'll be honest, I don't know what that is. Probably a weed of some sort. But right here is where I had the scarlet kale. And as you can see, there's not any. So I think that one definitely suffered from lack of water. Now recently I posted a video. I planted a few onions. That one's coming up. There's one right there. One right there. And that's a weed. But there is another one right down there. So that's pretty cool to see that. Here in the middle is my pink Swiss chard. I've been pulling a lot of this off and feeding it to the chickens. And it's one of those that when you pull it, it'll grow back. So those have been pretty productive. The ones in the front aren't as big, but these ones back here, let me break off a piece. Number one, look how pretty that is. That is just beautiful. And my chickens love it, so I'm definitely gonna give them some of that right there for sure. Now over here, these are my scarlet mantis carrots. Let me see. These are the ones that I did not thin, unfortunately. You can see they're way too close together. But let me see. Let me try to pull something out. I don't even know where to begin. Oh my goodness, you guys. Look at these cute little baby carrots. Oh my goodness. So I definitely think if I had planted these farther apart or if I had thinned them, they definitely would have gotten bigger. But look, there's another one right there too. But look at these adorable little things. So I am definitely going to leave the rest of these in there, but I wanted to at least show you what they're looking like right now. And this is pretty exciting as well. And so there's more of them hiding underneath these leaves of the Swiss chard as well. You can see them all down there. So definitely quite a few carrots as well. So as far as vegetables go, that's it for the vegetables in my garden. I will show you a couple other things. Let me turn you around. I had a lot of pots scattered around the property. So a lot of them died in the frost. Some of them are still doing okay. But I went ahead and moved all of them into the garden. That way when I go to water, it'll be a lot easier for me because they're all right here in the same area. So it's just a lot easier to water them. Oh, I did forget to show you one thing. Let me show you. This right here is my little gem lettuce. I have not been pulling this one like I probably should have. So I'm going to pull a little bit off and I'll go ahead and give it to the chickens. But this should all grow back as well. At least I think. First year gardening, first time growing that of course, so who knows. But I think I'm doing okay. So I'm sitting here debating on whether or not I want to pull that cauliflower out, because if it is blight, then I really don't want it to spread. I read that it could spread to the other plants in the garden, and I really don't want that. So if someone can quickly comment and let me know what you think it is, and if it is blight, if I should go ahead and get rid of it, please let me know. I really don't want to let it spread to the rest of my garden, but if it's something else and it's not really that big of a deal and there's something else I can do to fix it, I would definitely like to know and leave that in there. So I might leave them in there for a little bit longer. I did get that one that was really bad out of there, and there's a couple more leaves in here as well that I don't want staying in the garden bed with everything else, so I went ahead and got it out as well. I also just found a cabbage worm. Don't want that guy in there. But like this leaf on this other one, I don't want that in there. So I'm just going to pull off the leaves that are like severely damaged. This nice stuff I'm going to give to my chickens. This stuff, not good. I'm just going to throw it directly in the trash. I'm not even going to put it in a compost pile or anything. Directly in the trash because I don't know what it is. So this was that broccoli that I pulled out and that cabbage that I pulled out. These are going to go directly into the trash. And get all the leaves that fell off of it as well. I don't want any of this gross stuff left in the garden. Along with this stuff that I pulled off as well. So all that's going to go directly in the trash. Don't want that in my garden at all. I got a little pile of stuff for the chickens. I'm going to go ahead and grab them some more of the Swiss chard, and then we'll go ahead and give those to them. I think that's a good little bunch along with this. So let's go ahead and give all this to the chickens. My neighbors give us all of their garden scraps as well, and kitchen scraps to give to the chickens. So our chickens do normally get a nice little treat. So let's go ahead and give these to them. They'll be happy for sure. Hey girls. Oh. That right there is Subaru. He is my one-eyed rooster. I got him from a guy on a farm not too far away from where we actually live. And I guess him and his brother had gotten into a fight, and both of the roosters actually lost an eye. But I just thought he was absolutely beautiful. So he came to live with us, and he has actually been a great protector. We haven't had any issues with any of my chickens, so he does a great job. Enjoy, girls. We give Juicy some treats like that, but she doesn't really seem to enjoy it as much as the chickens do. So she gets all of our kitchen scraps. She definitely enjoys those for sure. But anything like greens and stuff from the garden, normally just give those to the chickens because they enjoy them the most. Can't forget to grab my carrots. Y'all, I am so happy to see these carrots. Now I know these little orange ones, some of y'all are probably like, those are so tiny, but look how cute they are. And this one is a really, really good one. So I am so thrilled to be seeing these carrots coming out of our own garden. So I think that's all I wanted to show y'all for today. Thank you so much for checking out my December garden tour. I do have a lot of videos planned for the coming up future, so stay tuned for those. We'll see you in the next one.